Hey, what's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing. I'm back at it once again with another post-fight review, post-fight results. I ain't seen a fight in Atlantic City in a while, but we got this homecoming fight basically for Jarron Boots Ennis. Atlantic City about an hour and a half out of Philadelphia, where Boots is from. He gets a showcase headliner on Showtime, well deserved, as an interim IBF title holder, and he fights Romain Villa, who came off a big W, albeit controversial, versus what's the kid's name from Massachusetts? My man, what's my man's name? Rashidi Ellis. Okay, so that's how he got this position. And actually, this is a massive fight right here. The man Boots Ennis risking his undefeated record and that IBF interim strap that he holds. Um, to fight this guy Romain Villa, who has one loss on his resume, and that was also a controversial loss. The first few rounds, this guy was trying to box with the man, Boots Ennis. In the first round, Boots Ennis came in the orthodox, And, he was used from the right hand stance, using the jab. Them fellas pumped out and landed probably damn near 40 jabs in the first round, This man was very active from the get go. Round two and three, them fellas Boots Ennis switched back to the southpaw stance, and now he's tagging the man Romain Villa, with big shots, he's jabbing to the stomach, all kind of punch variations, y'all. If y'all know the sweet science, anything about the sweet science and pugilism, all punches in the book, the man Jarron Ennis threw. There ain't but so many punches in boxing, right? Left, right, uppercut, he threw that. Right hook from the southpaw stance, he threw that. Left hook from the orthodox stance, he threw that. Lead right hands from the orthodox stance, walking him down like a jab, kind of like how Bud Crawford does it. He did that. The man Jarron Boots in his punch variety tonight was this is one of his best to me. This is actually his best W on his resume, and it is actually his best performance. It went 10 rounds. There was a point in time in Boots' career when he wasn't even going past 6, 7 rounds. But here he is, in his 30-something fight. And this guy's working on his technique. This man was throwing all kind of bolo punches in there. The punch variation was exquisite, It was something to marvel at, you know what I'm saying? Um, Round five, though, Romain Villa now is trying to walk down Boots Ennis. And don't get it twisted. This is boxing, man. You swim, you're going to get wet. You go run outside in the rain, you're going to get wet. You can't dodge raindrops. You in a fight, you're going to get hit. And he did get caught with some punches. I ain't going to hold y'all, man. Some lead right hands. The man Romain Villa is a tough son of a bee, you know what I mean? This is a tough mofo. I'm very convinced after watching him tonight. I mean, he was walking the man Boots down. Boots is in there, dodging punches, getting caught. His little Philly shell was penetratable at times. It wasn't like he was, you know, like like the man was not unhittable. But rounds 5 and 6, dude did well for himself. Um, Romain Villa, although he did lose the rounds. He did very well for himself, even landed some of his biggest punches. But Boots wasn't phased by them punches, to keep it tall with y'all. And Boots, ate them punches and set up his own punches. You check it. So round 7, though, the man Boots battered the shit out of this man Romain Villa, man. He beat the shit out of him in that round. He had him leaking from the nose. He got caught with all kind of mean left uppercuts. Oh, the right uppercut, the body shot, the combination punches. Sometimes, the man would have his high guard up, Romain Villa, and Boots would throw like straight punches, 4 punches with the left and right. Ha, 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 ha. All 4 of them might have got blocked, right? But Sayo, he's breaking him down, you know what I mean? It was breaking him down. But them left uppercuts, man, and in that 7th round, that's when I believed this dude is a tough SOB. That man Romain Villa was taking mean punches, but he couldn't sustain. And then the 10th round was the beginning of the end for me. The 10th round, man, this guy Boots caught him with a nice kind of lead right hand. Boom. This guy Vila tried to counter with a wide swinging helicopter winging right hook, missed. Boots sidesteps that J, and then he catches him with a straight left over the top, bank right on the chin. Then he commences to punch him with a few more punches. Mean punches. The dude goes down damn near through the ropes, man. The referee jumps in, stops the fight. 10th round stoppage for the man. Jerome Boots Ennis from Philadelphia. You know what I mean? I was very pleased with this performance. Unlike possibly, I think his last performance where he fought that guy with a girl's name, a European guy who had a girl's name. And look, he didn't look too great as far as cutting off the ring, etc. You know what I mean? But tonight, this guy's not a mover, really, right? David Villa. This guy's not gonna be on his bicycle. He ain't gonna be a guy who's gonna be using a lateral movement. He's gonna try walk you down, stalk you, and try, I mean, overwhelm you, like with pressure, like the way he did Rashidi Ellis. Well, Boots Ennis is a different type of fighter, you know what I mean? And even when they got on the inside, when he thought he could stalk the man, Boots Ennis, Boots Ennis was eating him up on the inside with short punches on the inside to the body and them left uppercuts. You know what I mean? That ultimately busted up the man's nose. You know what I mean? And the overhand right also in round seven, a overhand right. It was round seven and round 10 was where he took severe damage. Now I do have to say this about David Villa. After he beat Rashidi Ellis, he did go on the Hispanic YouTube channels or whomever he was talking to in Spanish, and he was kind of talking greasy about black fighters. You know what I mean? He sure was. You check it. He says all they do is run, blah blah blah. This, that, and the third. Okay, whatever. Butsenis ain't run. Butsenis fought off the back foot when this guy tried to put pressure on him, and Butsenis actually even stopped in his track and said, "Forget about this, Slim. Let's do this on the inside. Let's bang out." I mean, where was the running? There was no running from Boots Ennis. And if a guy is, according to Romain Villa, a runner, well, Boots Ennis stopped in his tracks and stood toe to toe with you, mano y mano, in the trenches and banged out with you. And Slim couldn't handle the pressure, you know what I mean? So all that bullshit Romain Villa was talking in the first fight, dogs, you should have just got your little victory, which could have gone either way, to be honest. You know what I mean? Really and truly, that fight only, the way I see it with the man Rashidi Ellis, he got the victory only because of what he did to Rashidi Ellis in the last round, dropping Rashidi Ellis and coming strong in the later rounds. You know what I mean? It was a close fight. I wasn't mad at the decision. Rashidi Ellis didn't do well for himself in the later rounds. You know what I mean? Ultimately, putting the fight in the judge's hands to make a decision on the fate of his career in that fight. Romain Villa should have got that W. Boom. Now you're in position to fight for undisputed titles if you win tonight. And he lost every single motherfucking round. And that's my word. On dogs. You know what I mean? B March Boxing, man. Low blow champ. What's going on, G? He's in the chat. He says, Boots look great. This was the opponent he needed. Both the Karen, that's the guy's name, Karen. I knew the guy was a European dude who had a girl's name. Dude's name was Karen. Thanks, Low Blow Champ. He says, both the Karen fight and this fight are what prepares him for the big dogs. He'll be more ready when the title shot comes. Yeah, I agree with you, but I do think he needs to work on his defense. He needs to tighten up his defense. Because Romain Villa did catch him with some big punches, and Boots just ate him, you know what I mean? And, you want to last in this boxing game, you want to have a long shelf life. You got to not take that many big punches like Boots did tonight, you know what I mean? And Romain Villa is a big puncher. And, that right uppercut that finished him was the beginning of the end for him, you know what I mean? And Boots is definitely the bigger puncher, better skilled fighter, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he needs to fight. Yeah, he's ready for the he's Spence mandatory. He's ready for a title shot, the winner of Spence versus Bud. You know what I mean? And if that doesn't happen, I think he needs to get himself be in the ring. Possibly his next fight, he need to be in there with a boxer puncher. You know what I mean? A guy who could possibly crack He'll crack his chin, and the guy who can move, not just a come forward guy. You know what I mean? The other guy, what's his name? Karen can't crack an egg. He had very good lateral movement. You know what I mean? And was on his bicycle a whole lot. Made Boots look bad, to be honest, right? Because Boots' ability to cut the ring in that fight was very lackluster. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, right? A boxer puncher will really tell us what's really good with the man Boots Ennis, you know what I mean? And who's a boxer puncher? Bud Crawford is, you know what I mean? Is Spence, would you consider Spence a boxer puncher? To an extent, I guess, you know what I mean? But I would consider Bud Crawford more of a boxer puncher. Victor Lee's in the chat, what's going on? He says, just wondering why the ref stood over Villa and won't let him get up and then wave off the fight. Um, you know, really and truly, I'm not mad at the stoppage. The dude took like 5 consecutive mean big punches, power punches, and didn't block none of them, right? Damn near got put through the ropes. This is boxing. I don't know if it's your first time watching boxing, but when a guy goes like down like that, where he could even possibly have even gotten knocked out the ring, literally, they're gonna jump in and stop the fight. Now, for instance, let's just say the referee. Now, look, if you Victor Lee uh were in the mindset that at least, okay, the dude's on the ground, at least give the man a 10 count. If he don't get up at 10, forget about it. It's a knockout. I'm not mad at that either, you know what I mean? But this guy was done. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. If the man did even happen to get up for 8 count or before 10, man, he would have got his block knocked off, really and truly. He would have been hurt severely. The man was battered. So I'm not mad at the stoppage one bit, you know what I mean? And yeah, the guy got battered. He lost every single round. He got a severe beating in there, y'all. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Um, where we at in the chat? Low Blow Champ says Villa was done. I agree, Villa was done. Low Blow Champ says he was taking some big shots way before the knockout. Absolutely, man. He took 5 consecutive big power shots, man. This is boxing, you know. The referee don't want to see a homicide on his watch. That's one thing that's always in the back of these referees' minds. They don't want to see no casualty on their watch. Victor Lee says give him a chance to get up. That guy wasn't going to get up by 10. But I wouldn't be mad if he did, you know. Whatever. It is what it is. The right guy won. Victor Lee says give him the count. He stood over him and he wanted to get up and he can't. The ref was on top of him. Low Blow Champ says he had never been down before, but he clearly was taking too many shots. Absolutely. And that's why I said this is a tough son of a gun. The guy had never hit the canvas before, you know what I mean? But tonight, Boots Ennis did that. Low Blow Champ says, LOL, ref tried to keep his job. Dude was getting beat bad. True indeed. And with that said, y'all, B March Boxing about to sign off. I'm about to watch this All Access. Bud Crawford and Errol Spence on this Showtime joint. Thanks for everybody coming through. Victor Lee, big ups to Low Blow Champ. Thanks for everybody coming through. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Leave your thoughts and comments. Gone.